Okay, you guys, let me show you how to turn this basic leather jacket into this studded masterpiece. So first you have to find the perfect leather jacket, and I thrifted this 100% genuine leather jacket for only $35 from my local thrift store. This is going to be a completely custom piece, so you have to make sure the jacket is completely you. Try on multiple different options and get the one that feels best to you. Here are the materials that you're going to need for this project. First off, the studs. You specifically need the studs that screw in the back. For this jacket, I used about 1,300 studs. I got my studs from Amazon. They were $100 in each pack, and each pack was about like $12. I also got studs in a few different shapes and sizes. I'm gonna like pop pictures of all of the different studs that I used. Next up, you're gonna need, what is this? You're gonna need this to punch holes into the leather with. It's like a leather puncher. You're gonna need a screwdriver to screw in the studs. This is another leather hole puncher. What else do we have here? Oh, you're gonna need some tape to tape down the stencils. You're gonna need chalk for fabric just to do the outline, and this is another leather hole puncher. This is the one that I would actually recommend. And you're gonna also need a ruler, a hammer, and some scissors. Now that you have your jacket, it's time to figure out your design. I had a design in mind, and I'm not the best artist, so I used the photo editing app Pixlr to create my design and just print it out. Also, I just searched Google for images that I wanted and printed those out as well. Then I used cardboard scraps to create stencils of the images. Once I had all of my stencils, it was really just placing them where I wanted to go and then tracing over them. I used like a white chalk pencil to trace over the stencils. I'm gonna link everything down below in the description, but I really got all of my materials from Amazon, and I used a ruler to get all of my measurements exact and just to really make sure the lines were even and nothing was crooked. Stenciling out the design was really easy. It took about like 2 hours, I would want to say. It was really easy, and this was honestly the most fun and creative part, just really figuring out my design and figuring out where I wanted to place everything. Now that I had the design sketched over the jacket, it was time to stud. And you guys, the studding process was the hardest part. So I originally bought the wrong type of studs. I bought like these square pyramid studs that you have to like press down on, but apparently the leather was too thick and the studs weren't able to pierce through, so I had to end up buying all new studs. And the new studs that I got, you have to punch a hole and then screw them in. So the new studs initially took a longer time to apply, and I had to buy a leather punching tool to really help me punch the holes through the leather, because like just using it came with like its own leather punching tool, but that was super complicated. So I would recommend going on Amazon and buying a leather hole puncher. Also, you guys, I had to cut the lining of the jacket because it was too thick to punch holes through and screw the studs in. So with me cutting the lining, it was just a thin layer of leather that I had to punch through, and it was super easy. It made the project super easy. Now you guys, the studying part of this project literally took the longest. I started this project on February 1st. I started studying on February 5th, and I didn't finish studying until February 28th. So it basically took me the whole month of February to add these studs. I added over 1,250 studs. Each stud pack had 100 in it, and I used over 13 packs. I used over 13 packs of studs. So you guys, if you want like a major custom design, it is a pretty lengthy project. So get a few anime series to watch because you're going to be studying for a little minute. But it's definitely worth it in the end. And during the studying process, I did have a few hiccups. So some of the designs, like I got to studying it, and when I was like putting the studs on, it wasn't coming out how the design looked. It just looked like a whole bunch of clumped up studs. So I did have to change my design around just to make it more like visible and look cleaner and cohesive and just all around better. So I was going to do like these little mini crosses, and it just wasn't working out. So instead I made them like diamond stars, and that worked out perfectly. Honestly, studying all of the fives was really easy. Studying all of the crosses was really easy. Honestly, this whole project was kind of easier than I thought. The hardest part was punching the holes, but once you have all of the holes punched, it's just screwing in the studs. I found this really cool stained glass patch that I wanted to add on, so I stitched that on as well. And you guys, stitching over top of leather is super hard, but I stitched that on, spiked out the collar with all different studs of all different shapes and sizes, stitched the lining back together, added some tags, gave it a really good polish. And yeah, you guys, after 72 hours of studying, it's time for the big reveal. Alright, you guys, we're officially done with the jacket. You guys can't see it because we're gonna do a big reveal in 3, 2, 1. The jacket. It is complete, you guys. This took like 72. It took me the whole month of February. I started on February 1st, and it is now, it's March 19th at the, wait, is it March 19th? Let me see. It's March 17th, the time I'm recording this video, and I'm finally finished. I still have to like buff it up, but I'm finally finished to post it and to show you guys. This is the back. Let's get into the front. You guys, this jacket looks amazing. I took so much time, put so much detail in it. I wanted to make sure it was as perfect as possible. Genuine leather. It's extremely, you guys, it's extremely freaking heavy. It's so freaking heavy, but I'm so proud of the outcome. It looks so freaking amazing, exactly what I envisioned in my head. I love challenging myself, pushing myself to the limits, seeing all that I can really do, and this was definitely a challenge for me. I honestly couldn't believe that I could do something like this. I'm still shook that I actually did this myself, but I actually created this. Like, this is like an AI image stock, and I made it into something reality. So I'm super proud of myself. It just shows me that I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it. I love challenging myself. I can push myself to the limits. Always challenge yourself. Always push yourself to the limits. You don't know how far you can go. Above and beyond is the limits. Like, the sky isn't the limit. Go for the whole universe. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't put no limitations on yourself. Like, I created all of this. This is freaking amazing. It may take time. Like, the best things in life take the most time, but it's always worth it in the end. And this is such a fire. Like, look at the sleeves, you guys. The details that I put into the sleeves, the fives with the cross, even the crosses right here, the other sleeve. Like, just so much time and detail. Oh, a piece fell off. Just so much time and detail that went into this piece. And yeah, you guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you think it's a drip or a skip? Peace out. See you for the next DIY.